Hello and welcome everybody. It's Tom Huseby here, and we're glad to have you here for another night of Ingresso Cybernetico training. Hang on just a second. I got a little bit of slides, and then we're going to go live and talk about a bunch of different things. If you have questions tonight about Ingresso Cybernetico products, maybe we haven't covered in training, or just something that you're stuck on, go ahead and I'm going to put chat on private, so that way if it's something you don't want anybody else to know that you're the one that asked it, then we'll go ahead and cover that here tonight. We're going to be here about 30 minutes, so get settled in and have a good time. I'm glad you're here. All right, let's go get the slides ready here. There we go. That's the right one. Hey guys, if you can hear me all right and you can go ahead and see that first slide that says welcome, glad you made it here tonight, go ahead and type in a 7, lucky number 7 over there in the chat box for me, please. Minimize that one for now. All right, guys, we're ready to rock. We're about 2 minutes after the hour. I do just want to do a quick sound check, make sure that you can hear me and you can see the screen okay. Please go ahead and type in number 7 over there, all right? Cool. All right, so we're going to get rocking. So just glad you made it here tonight. The deal is we're going to cover a little bit. Remember last week we covered the super simple pages, and there was one question I had to do a little research on. Can't hear or see. Try refresh. See if it pops up, because we've been live for maybe 2 minutes now. It should be definitely showing up on your screen, okay? Anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. Now, if you have a question, you can just switch over manually to private, or if it's something that's okay for public, I guess you can ask it public, but private usually works out best. And we're going to go through, and I'm going to cover some stuff about super simple pages first while you guys are starting to type your first questions in. Of course, we're going to be, okay, cool, good deal. Glad you can see it again now, just saw that comment. We're going to be covering open Q&A about Ingresso Cybernetico products only, so nothing outside of Ingresso, okay? Just make sure that's clear on that, and I'm going to cover one question first, and then you guys are going to put up some questions, and we're going to cover about 30 minutes here. Just something that's holding you back, maybe you're stuck on it, or you're having some issues with it as far as how to do something with the products here. Go ahead and ask away, and we'll answer those, okay? I have a couple things written down. If you don't come up with any questions, I'll just start covering that stuff. Let's go over how to ask a question. So the way the chat works in here, right? If you start to type something and then you hit enter and then you go type the second half of the question, or maybe a supporting topic to the question, it could be lost with other people typing in at the same time. So just try and keep your question in the chat box in one chat message. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And keep it along the lines of how to do something with an IC product, okay? And that's what we're here to cover tonight. I'm going to switch over now and go ahead and get started. You guys can be typing your questions in, because after I get caught up with this first part, I'll come back and just scroll through and look at the different questions and see what I can go ahead and cover for you now, all right? So take it off of there, hit it again. I gotta bring that up. There. We want to go to this one right here. Okay, cool. you should be able to see the super simple pages again. Type in a number 2 if you can see the super simple pages, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you something on there that we did not cover last week in that training. All right, shrink that down a little bit. All right, so you should be able to see that screen right there. Type in number 2 if you can go ahead and see the super simple pages screen, and then we'll move forward because we did not know how to edit the slider. I'm going to show you that tonight, and then we'll go on to some other stuff. All right, I'm assuming you guys can go ahead and see that now. So let's bounce over here. Let me show you how to do it now. Now, remember that we were setting up the blog and there was a slider on the top of it. All right, I want to show you how to edit that part. So up here on the top, you see where it says My Site right there? It's a hyperlink, so you can click on My Site, and then it pops up some other things that you can edit right here. Okay, good, I'm seeing the 2s pop up now. So you have the site stuff that you can edit here, name of site, things like that. You can put your phone number, all that stuff in there, some different time zone type preferences, things like that. All right, you can set up different emails, right, that you want to go out to, like if somebody, there's all kinds of features here. So not all of it is even enabled yet, I don't think, but you can set up a shop. Hey, the website creator, that's what we're in right now. That's what Super Simple Pages is. Great question. We did the intro to it last week, so that will be on the. Hey, if you remind me before the end, when we end tonight, I'll go find the YouTube link and send it to you. But that's what we covered last week. I'm just kind of finishing that up tonight, and then we're going to go into questions about other stuff, or if you're stuck on it. But we covered that about. We spent about 30 to 45 minutes on that last week, so we'll get you the link if you can't find it. But anyways, you see where it says slider right there? This is where you come to edit that slider. I can actually go back and open the page in another, let's go back to the beginning here so you can kind of see what it looks like, just in case you weren't on last week's. Let me open it in tab. All right, can you see that? Good, good. All right, so this is what it kind of looks like right there. I don't have a header image up there, but this is what I mean by slider, okay? You see how it is right there. I did a little video and did a supplement to last week, so it'll pop over and show you how to do this on that video too, just for people if that's the only one they see. But anyways, I'm going to show you how to edit this part. Editing everything else after you're logged into it has a little edit button right there, just to review, and then you can type in any text you want. So if you want that to be bolded, you can hyperlink it or highlight it, and then you can pick the H1, H2, H3 header tags just like you would in a regular WordPress site. Bold, italicize, link a URL to it. Like, so if I wanted to link column, the word column right there, and type it to go to Google, I would just type in HTTP. I'm just using Google as an example, any website you want to go to. So then it looks like that on the when you're logged into the thing, of course, right? That gives you an idea. So it's a real nice professional looking website, totally custom user interface. Anyways, once you're done, click green button right there, okay? So you get an idea. Give you a little bit of a review there. But tonight I want to show you how to edit the slider, because honestly, I couldn't figure it out last week. I thought I knew how, but it was a little bit different. So here's how you do it again. Main screen on the Super Simple Pages, which is the website creator, okay? Then go over here and click My Site. And you can go through and edit all this different stuff here, but what I want to show you is the slider part. So you don't really edit the existing placeholders. What you do is just delete them, right? It'll ask you if you're sure, then click OK. And then you can go ahead and click it and then add a slider. So wherever you want the slider name to be, right? Slider headline. I'll type in this is a slider headline just so you can see it. A description. Right? If you want it to link and then have a text link, to go to another page, you can do that. You don't have to. And then you can put an image in there. It says best height is 215, best width is 425. That's kind of fit in there. So you can use something like PicMonkey and size a picture up just right, save it to your computer, and then upload that right there to make it look professional. But you get the idea right here. Once you're done with that, click save. It's because I didn't upload a file. So let's go ahead and upload a file then. There we we go. Pick a picture here just so I can show you. No, this is going to be, I don't have one size, guys. What do we want to stick here? Let's just stick a continue button, just so we stick any sort of image in there, right? New slider's been added, right? So let's go over here and refresh. There, I didn't type any words or anything, but this gets you an idea of what you can do, and then you can play around with it and see what's going to look best, get your desired effect. This kind of goes to the background, looks like a laptop on a table, maybe some plants or something like that. That's going to be there in all of them, and then so you can have your text, image over here, size it however you want. Play around with it and see what works best for you. But then you have a custom web page right here. Of course, you can edit the About Us part. You can edit Contact Us, and then different blog posts right here as well. So last week in the other video that I'll send you there, since you were asking about it, it goes over how to edit all this stuff right here. All right, so you can have different blog posts and stuff like that. But you guys go ahead and ask your questions. Any other stuff that we need to cover here, that's what we're here for tonight, just to help you get unstuck if you're stuck on how to do a certain thing. Grab a drink of water. If you didn't know, we changed hosting providers, so the way that you install WordPress is a little bit different. If you guys don't have any other questions, I can go over and cover that real quick for you. That would probably take 20 minutes or so right there. But every now and then we like doing just some open Q&A about IC products, just to help you get unstuck on anything you might be stuck about. All right, so while I'm waiting for you guys to type in some questions, I know a commonly asked question there, we're seeing some people that are still using the old referral links, is what I'm being told. So you want to make sure you use the new referral links. And how you get there is once you're logged in on your dashboard, there's going to be an orange button, maybe an inch or so underneath your name, and you click that to get to your referral links, and it'll take you to a page that looks like this right here. So these are the only referral links you want to be using now, is something off this page. Don't use any of the old ones anymore. They may have changed a little bit, right? So make sure that you set that up. You actually have, if you didn't already know, you have separate basically buy pages with separate videos for each one of these business centers. So someone could go through this funnel right here. You could have a capture page ahead of it, and then if they opt in, they could land here, right? Let me show you what one of them looks like. So let's pick a 300 business center. I think everybody should be the 300 business center, right? Let's make sure you can see this first. I'll show you what it looks like. But you definitely want to be using some of these links, not any of the old ones. Let me pause that right there. Can you guys see it? Yeah. All right, so then this link right here, whoever's using this would pick their link, and this was just for the $300 business center. So this video will talk about all the value of Ingresso Cybernetico. After this timer gets to the bottom of the countdown there, it'll pop up with a buy button, and someone goes to buy, they're buying only that business center. And the reason that Dwayne and the whole corporate team set this up was just for the simple reason of, what if you needed one person to cycle your $300 business center? That's kind of where you want to send all your focus to. Then you don't want to have people keep going to something that they have all these choices, and maybe they just keep buying the 50, or they buy the 50 and 100, or maybe they just go and buy the 500 and keep skipping right over that, right? Yeah, I mean, the $50 level, I would never focus on that in North America. Definitely not. I would focus on the 100 or above. You can always send them. Let me show you here. Where is it? Back up a little bit for you guys. You still have this link right here, English referral link. So if you're wanting to do the 50, you could do that one. That's all of them, right? Yeah, with the video, they don't have the $7,500 level, and they don't have the 50 in here, right? But I'll show you this basic one is still there though. That one right there, see? So you can still go to that same page everybody was using before, right? And click register now and go from there. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time on focusing on just the 50, because it's just a sure way to not make a lot of money in Ingresso. I mean, it's just realistically, I would focus on 100 or above. And then you can manually tell somebody. I mean, you want to capture the opt-in before you send them there anyways, guys. So, maybe after their initial chance, if they didn't sign up in a follow-up email, it's a downsell, right? Hey, you can join the 50 right here, and then send them to this link right here. That's what I would do it. I would never focus on driving traffic to just a 50. So anyways, go ahead and type any other questions you got over there. And they may make one just for the 50 later, right? They may do that. I don't know. I don't have any control over that. I'm just here to show you how to use the stat, right? Yeah, I'm getting someone says I'm in a working in countries have an average monthly pay of $400. Yeah, for that situation, yeah, you probably do want to focus on the 50 and working your way up from there, or at least maybe the 100, you know what I mean? But you could still use it as a downsell, or you can get the opt-in first and talk about the 50, show them the $100 video, right? And then the first email say, hey, if you can't afford 100, you can start at 50, because 50's, I mean, really it's 75 and 125 because you're paying your first month's $25 cost as well, right? So you could do it that way, or just run them to this link right here, and then in the email talk about the 50. You could set up a custom page that just has this video right here on it, right, that talks about them all, and then link over to just directly to this button right here, the register now button. Definitely. But if you guys don't know how to set up the funnels like that, you can always get Prodigy Bar and and have them guys do it for you too. Keep typing any questions in about anything. I'm just filling some time until you guys ask some stuff, because we're really here to help you tonight. Just anything that has to do with an IC product that you're stuck on how to do something. That's what we're here for. So if you got any questions, type them in over there. Does everybody understand what links to use now? Yeah, I like the video too. It's pretty slick. They did a really good job on it. I'm very, very happy with it. All right. So let's see here. I took some notes down earlier, so if you guys didn't ask any questions, I'll fill it in with some common questions that are coming into support, So let me go over and find that real quick. Take that off. Go ahead and type any questions you got in there, y'all. Let's see if we could do WordPress. Does anybody want to know how to do WordPress on the new system? I can show you that real quick. Let's go ahead and do that until you guys type some more questions in, all right? So basically, let me go here and get this on the right screen here for you. Okay, let's exit out of that. Yeah, I agree. That's why they did the new videos. They keep it simple and kind of focused into one business center or the other, And they have it on all of them except for the smallest one and the largest one. All right. Sorry about that. If that was loud, I'm just getting a drink of water. So let's go back over here and go over WordPress then, right? So if you set up your hosting, right? So you go to Dashboard, Products, scroll down to Hosting. I'll get to that page once I get there. I'll pull it up for you guys. Where is it? Hosting plan. So you've already picked out your domain name, right? And then then you go set up your hosting page. All right. So you do your domain name first. Okay, I'm not sharing screen. Let me share screen again. I'll kind of start from the beginning here since there has been a few changes. All right. Can everybody see my screen again? So from the dashboard, you're going to go over to products. First, you're going to select your domain name. Once you get the email that your domain name is good to go, it'll show up in here. You come here and pick the highest level of hosting that you qualify for based on your business center. All right. So then you're going to set that up and click create your free hosting. Then you're going to get an email. It's very important you save that email because it'll give you, your domain name. It'll tell you how to access your cPanel, which is how you get into the hosting account. So it'll basically be your domain name, and then after the .com or .info, right, it'll be / the letter C and then PANEL, cPanel, okay? So once you do that, it'll give you a username and password. So now I'm gonna go ahead and log into mine, and then I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. I'm gonna show you how to install WordPress, okay? Let me get on the right page here first. I got 1,000,001 windows open. I think I can go do it in this one here. So, I don't remember what domain I just set this up on. There it is. Yeah, I'll pull the screen back up when I get just in between, when I'm bouncing around a bunch of different stuff to keep the recording clean. I'll turn screen share off until I get where I want to go, okay? All right, now I'll bring it back for you. And boom, boom, boom. There it is. Okay. All right, now you should be able to see it again. Oh, let me click that warm button. Google's changed stuff around. I hate that green band across the top. It's really annoying because it blocks out the top of the screen I'm trying to show you. But you should be able to see cPanel now. I just got a website here that I'm using. And once you click that, now I do want to tell you one thing. Sometimes it will go ahead and give you like a security warning. At least it used to. It may not on this new one. I haven't noticed on the new one, right? So, but if it ever does, the site is secure. Just go ahead and bypass that and go straight over. And then you can log in. You can stick your username and password in. It'll be in the email that Ingressive Cybernetics sends you. All right, so I'm going to click login now and show you exactly what it looks like, okay? So most of this stuff back here, you're not going to use a whole lot until you get a little more advanced. Again, if you get stuck on some of the stuff, you guys do have the option of getting Prodigy Bar. But sometimes if you come back here, it'll look different. I'm going to show you the other themes so you're not freaked out if it looks totally different. It could look like this as well. And all that is a different theme. They call that Paper Lantern. But you see all these, it looks like little apps on a smartphone or something, right? All this different stuff you can do. If you're not sure how to do something back here, don't guess because you can mess your website up. Not to scare you, but I learned by trial and error, and I messed mine up once, just so you know. Click the wrong button. Clicked it too fast or something. I don't remember, but I deleted something, and it cost me some money. I had to pay the hosting company to fix it for me on mine. But anyway, this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you the WordPress right now. Two ways to get to the same destination here. Scroll down a little bit. Under software services, you'll see Softlicious, or under the apps, it's basically all down right here for you, right? Hold on, there's a question. Yes, yes. If the videos aren't in your back office yet, I'm using, whenever I do the trainings here, I'm using the Ingressive Cybernetica YouTube channel, so you guys can find them there really easily, okay? And they're not, they're easy to find. They're not hiding them or anything, so definitely be able to get that. If you remind me here before we close out, I will go over and find the link to last week's where I did the Super Simple Pages, the first one, and I will post it here in the chat box for you to make it easy. And then you could also subscribe to the channel while you're there, okay? That'll definitely help you out. That way, if you miss any trainings or something like that, you just check. Cool. Thank you, Susanna. You are awesome. Appreciate that. So yeah, subscribe to that channel too, because if you ever miss a training or something like that, they're always going to be over there on that channel. Unless for some reason whoever did the training forgot to log in under that channel, then it'll be on their personal channel until they move it over there. But anyway, so okay, so back on track. Now, Softlicious, you can click that or click WordPress directly down here. Let's click this one right here. All right. Pops up with all these different things. It's actually fairly simple the way they're doing it. Actually, you know, we used to use something called Quick Install in the other hosting account, and they don't have that anymore for this one, but this one actually works better. I like it way better. Simple, just nice big picture, click on WordPress, right? Sometimes some of the words are going to be in Spanish. Sometimes my browser will change it over, sometimes it won't. So I think I know enough of what I'm doing to figure it out anyways. I was playing around with it earlier and put it on a subdomain. I'm just going to X that out. I guess eliminar means eliminate. I'll learn to speak Spanish one of these days here, right? So that's how you take it off if you have it on a subdomain or whatever there, right? All right, so here we're going to go. And this works the same way, guys, if you're ever going to go ahead and have more than one domain on this hosting account, because you can do that. The same cPanel that you get into this one, that's like your hub, your main account. So this URL that I'm using right here for training purposes, right? If I wanted to put a couple more domains on there, maybe I bought them someplace else, and I wanted to point them over here, you have the server information in that email. That's why I say it's very important to save it. Stuff like that, I would have a separate folder in your email, maybe copy it, paste it into Evernote, whatever you can do, but never lose that because it's very important. And you can actually host some other domains over here too. Granted, if you start getting a bunch of traffic, you might want to bump up your hosting package by buying a Higher Business Center, of course. But anyways, So this right here, right? This is what I did first. I didn't realize I did it. It defaults to having WP right here, which means if you go ahead and install WordPress on this right here, right, it's going to go ahead and say, it's going to go ahead and install it on your domain name /WP, which that's not what I want. So it says basically, this is in Spanish. I got to figure out, oh, here we go. This is in Spanish. Yes, translate. Get over to English for me. Translating to English. There we go. Now I can read it. Cool beans. I guess when I'm streaming, Chrome takes a minute to pop up and switch that over for me. But basically, it says this directory is relative to the domain. It cannot exist, for example, install blah, blah, blah. What that's saying is if you want it to be right on the exact domain, leave the field empty. That's what you need to know right there, okay? You can leave this blank, or actually you leave whatever's defaulted in there because this is the name of the database. You never want to delete that if you're messing around in the files later on because you could wipe your whole your deal out. But then you can leave the name, my blog, my WordPress blog. You can basically leave that alone or change it right now if you want to. What I do want to be really clear about when you get under Account Manager, this is going to be when you go to log into WordPress on this domain. All right, it defaults as admin and pass for password. So 90% of the sites out there that get hacked, they still have admin as their username. So what I'm saying is don't use admin, okay? I'll just throw something in there. I'm gonna type password in, I'm gonna turn screen share off for just a second, but you can see where you type a password in there, right? And you can also see, I'll do that last but I'll show you everything here first. You type your password in here, and you want it to be green, so you want it to be complicated enough so it's harder to get hacked, of course, right? Email manager. Now, for me, I haven't set an email up yet using that domain, so I would just put in my regular email, right? I'll do that after I take screen share off. Language, you can pick Spanish, English, whatever. I'm picking English for me. I'm not going to check this login attempts thing. We'll leave that blank. Advanced options. Personally, guys, I like to do my stuff manually. I like to log in and make sure my site is taken care of. So you can set how often you want it backed up, whatever you want to do right there, right? And then you can select a theme if you want right now, or you can just have a default theme done. Usually I like to do just a default theme and then go in and put whatever theme, because a lot of times I use paid themes on my stuff, and I'll do that later. So I'm going to take screen share off. I'm going to fill in the password and stuff, right? And then I'm going to come back here and just click install. And when I click install, I'm going to bring you guys back on because I'll have it scrolled up here, okay? Hold on just a second. All right. So I got a password that's rated good. Type in the account manager basically. So I type in my email there. And like I said, I'm not going to pick anything else. All right, I'll bring you guys back over here now so you can see what's going on. All right, tell me when you're caught up that you can see my screen again, all right? Before I click install, can you guys see the screen again? Just type in yes or no. All right, I'm assuming it's a yes, and there's just a little lag time here. So I'm going to go ahead and right down here at the bottom again, right? You should be able to see this. It says send details by email to. So you want to type in your email right there, right? That is where they're going to send the login instructions for WordPress on this domain that you have set up through Ingresso Cyber. So I'm going to go ahead and click install. It says it takes 3 to 4 minutes. It probably depends on the load and the servers and whatnot. It could just take like that right there. It took about 20 seconds maybe, tops. And it's good to go, right? You don't have to tweet it if you don't want to. Right here it says something about tweeting it. But so WordPress has successfully been installed on. It has my domain name right there. And you can access, right, the login screen for WordPress for that domain by typing in the domain name, right, /WP-admin, okay? And then you're going to be right back into your WordPress. If you guys want to stay on a little longer, I'll show you how to do that as well if you like. Just to give you a start there. But this is how the new hosting account looks back there. Basically, the looks of it are about the same. It's just a different little tool we're using to install WordPress. Instead of quick install, we're using this I call it Softalicious, but I guess that's not how it's spelled. That sounds like a bubble gum, right? Anyways, all right, so let's go ahead and just click that right there. And it should take me over to that site, the login screen for WordPress. Okay. Yep, you guys can still see it. Drum roll, please. All right, we're in. We're in like Flynn. I'll take a screenshot off just a second to do something. Check that, looks good. Save. I'll bring you guys back on board. All right, you should be back looking at my dashboard now. We are updated on the current version of WordPress. Now I'll give you an idea, right? So cool beans, right? So then this is where you can start setting stuff up. I mean, all the other trainings, the older stuff we've done that's on the YouTube channel still applies from here on out, basically, because we're using, last time we did training, it was up close to 4.0 in the version. You know, different places we talked about where to go get the themes. All of that is going to be the same. Just getting it installed is slightly different because we're using a different tool. So I want to go ahead and cover it again tonight for you. And like I said, we're here. If you got any other questions, type them in, y'all. We'll go a couple more minutes if you got some questions. If not, we're going to go ahead and call that a night. Call it a night. Hey, thanks for coming out. All right, all right, all right. Type your questions in. Any last questions you have to cover tonight? We've been here about 32 minutes. I'm going to leave the last questions open to you guys, okay? Anything else you got? Well, I'll stay on here and cover it for you. We will call it a night. I appreciate you coming out. Hey, make sure if you didn't get on the webinar that Dwayne did earlier, you check that out too. He did one at 7 o'clock tonight. That should have been a real good one. It'll be on probably his personal YouTube channel instead of the company one. All right, where everybody's saying they're good to go. So appreciate you coming out. You know, you can always, email questions if you want certain things covered on training as well. You can send an email into support and they will get the message over to myself or Dylan. He does trainings on here as well. So you guys have a great night. Take care.